like thousands of others across the country. It's a place to go if you want to be seen, and to a lot of folks, it's the information center of the neighborhood.
Give everybody the strength and ability to do what they do best, and that's make people laugh.
Everybody want to be famous.
Nobody want to put the work in. Our job is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish.
All right. Guess what? This is episode 226, man.
Don't do that.
Okay. This is episode 226. It is done. It is cooked. Kels is in the building. My name is AMON. Say what you want. Just spell my name right. We also have Miss China in the building. Yeah, let me get some horns. Let me get some horns. Okay.
Yeah, because mine were kind of soft. Soft horns.
Oh man, today is going to be interesting.
You're welcome.
Got a squad in the building.
A lot of great topics.
Yes, it's a lot going on, man. I feel like we'll be playing defense today because, we debate, we hate, we skate. You know what I mean? I'm locked in the room with two women, so, that's...
Your fantasy.
That's...
Don't threaten you with a good time.
She couldn't wait. Yeah, see the...
No.
The debauchery and treachery.
No. He's not your normal man because he's asking women, are you going to keep that on? Because he definitely has hair on my headscarf. Like,
he did that with my sunglasses.
Yeah, he definitely has hair on my headscarf.
Look, this is a whole production, man. Look the part.
But no craft service. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, no, that's where the production stops.
Damn.
Well, let's kick it off like this, man. Asia, first of all, I want to congratulate you on the BET Plus show, Christmas show. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let's get the claps. Let's get the claps from my girl.
Thank you.
It's all over the internet. You know what I mean? They use that as a trailer. That was pretty big.
That was mad wild. Like I didn't expect that because they sent us BT, and I didn't know that they do this. This was new to me. They send you the promo that they want you to circulate out, and so we got the first round of the promo, and it was like, all right, cool. So the second round. And they hadn't selected which one that they were gonna run, but we can run all of them as people that's in the movie, and so the second round are the ones that they were gonna run, and it's 4 clips, and all 4 clips was me, and I was like, what? Like they're gonna go hard with the muffin scene, like
the muffin scene.
Yeah, it's a really good thing. Super proud of it. Like I'm literally just in that scene, but baby steps. So for that to be the promo that BET.
Well, you had lines because sometimes the waiter the waitress just brings some shit. They don't even get a headshot. They just get shoulders and arms.
Not the arm action.
Shout out to the Black Christopher Nolan because when you don't say, could they be like Christopher Nolan? Like not Batman, not Batman. So the Black one. So shout out to him. I was really grateful for the opportunity, and then I turned around. And I doubled and did set deck. So the decorations and stuff you see.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so you like the second coming of my man from above the rim when he threw the pass to himself and dunked the shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put a whole J Ivy.
Yeah, you gotta be multitask. You mean
Speaking of set decor, Amon has
I know he's
so what do you grade him?
He always does a really good job. Like I can't be mad at this. Like
horns.
Damn.
He always does a really impressive job, especially for it to be himself. Like, you've gotten all your branding equipment. The yay is always,
He's necessary. Yeah,
he's super necessary. Yeah. Like I'm a huge fan of it.
Good job.
He did a great job.
It took her everything in her to throw you the oop, to throw me some credit, because she wasn't going to do it.
Not necessary. It's about our guest, right? Yeah.
She's not a guest.
Well,
Yeah. Seat filler.
That is horrible.
Because Bossy right now is somewhere in Hoochie Daddy shorts. Don't worry, Bossy. The smoke is awaiting you when you get back.
Oh, man. Well, I saw that y'all mayor was at it again.
You act like you don't live in Chicago. I don't like that. Why you do that?
He's not. I didn't vote for him.
Because I get it.
He's still the mayor.
But he's just like how people say Obama is my president. Like we refuse to acknowledge any other president. Like I think that's just how the city feel. Even the Hispanics feel the same way about Mayor Brandt. Like he keeps doing stuff.
Well, let me tell y'all why I'm speaking on Mayor Brandon Johnson.
With the hard B.
Yeah, he's trying to find a way to raise money for this deficit, this debt, this money problem. Right.
Yeah.
So it was the
It's
raising of the
huge.
taxes. All right, that was vetoed. Like, get that shit out of here. And then he turns
All 50
around,
of them was like, no.
he turns around and says, okay, well, then I'm going to tax liquor.
Liquor.
30%.
Okay.
The nerve of you. All right. This is where I draw the line. Okay. All right. Now, first of all,
But it's on wholesale though.
I don't give a fuck.
No, it's on everything.
Everything.
Well, no, like it's not direct to the consumer though.
Yes, it is. Your happy hour.
No, I'm saying it's not like a direct to us. It is the industry that's going to be affected. So it trickles down to us, but it's not.
Well, either way, right?
I'm going to have to pay more for my mojito.
Only in
Like,
Chicago.
Look,
By the alcohol content.
he took the shot spotter away. Okay. Put my boys in blue in danger.
Yeah.
Tried to raise the taxes for all my owners, which would be a trickle-down effect to all my renters. You can't touch the alcohol. This is how people deal with the pain. We pour out a little bit for the homie,
Yeah.
okay? We pour out some because we had a bad day at work.
Yes.
Now it's going to cost me more to feel bad about my bad day.
Yeah,
I mean, but
it's-
the
and
city
now
is
I'm going to have an
expensive.
even worse day. And I
No,
think
you're not. Just go out to Bellwood. Just
No.
travel over to Indiana. You'll be
It's
able to
costing
get
me
it.
gas.
Go get it cheaper in Indiana anyway.
So now when we go to Indiana, we're not only going for gas, but we're going to
Liquor, cigarettes.
So the Indiana police is going to have a field day. They're going to make
You stay
hella
right at the
money.
border.
They're going to
Stay
make
right at the
hella
border.
money.
I mean, but it's not. It's like
Okay.
nearly $1 billion deficit.
I'm
Like,
so-
and Chicago has lost people.
I'm so sorry, Kills.
It's not necessary.
I cannot
It's
let
not
this
necessary.
go.
It's
Did
not
you
necessary.
just untuck your chain?
Yeah, it was a little hot. It
Did
was a
you
little hot.
did
You
you
know what I'm saying?
untuck your chain?
I was gonna ignore
Well,
it.
they say, I learned this from KRS-One, right? So, when you're performing, you take off an article of clothing or some eyewear, a do-rag,
Change your look.
Yeah, you just give the people different looks. That's all.
At
But we're
different
like
moments?
5 minutes into the show. Like,
Well,
you
it's-
added
it's early.
glasses. And
I mean, I may go every 3 to 5 minutes.
you gonna put it back in?
Are you gonna?
You're nasty. Okay. Okay. We're here today.
You the one who took it out though.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Paul.
Wait a minute.
I told y'all they on bullshit today. I don't know how I'm gonna survive.
He polished his chain today too.
Look, man, don't touch the liquor. Don't
What are you
the
gonna touch
liquor.
though?
Pause. I don't know what he's gonna touch.
But then also, just even deep diving on this situation, I was reading also he made it back in the news again yesterday because the people of the fallen police officers, we lost another police officer, are like asking him not to come. Like, and he's like, no, I'm coming. So like this is a family.
This
that's
is the
in
second time
mourn-
he's trying to
Yes.
force himself.
Like you
on that.
can't.
We talked
this
about that
is-
last time.
Yeah, like these families are in mourning, bro. They don't want to rock with you. Leave them alone.
That's fair.
You're bullying them at this point. Like, just because you're the mayor, like
You don't want to politicize someone's passing. And if they don't want you can still commemorate, like if
there's
if
a
he
way
wants to do
everything.
something like on behalf of the city. But I mean, he doesn't have an easy job. And it's not like he's the one that is responsible for the nearly $1 billion in debt. So Chicago has been losing population for the past 10 years. So we're losing people, we're losing businesses,
Yeah,
people are
we
being
are.
laid off. We do have some of the highest taxes. We're we're number 16 in terms of like alcohol. So there's 34 states that have greater taxes than us. So I'm not mad at it. Like, at what point are we gonna like acknowledge like Chicago is expensive? We are right there at the space of talking about like municipal bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And
we are.
so we do have to ask, like, what's going to get cut? And we've only hired 2,000 extra people in the city.
I think it's his haircut. I think he has, excuse the term, such a niggified haircut. Like, and it doesn't foresee well with, that's not what you want to see. You don't want to see a mohawk when you're stepping up to the
You're
panel.
at the podium with the mohawk.
With the
Then,
mohawk.
if I'm a YN, aka young nigga,
Yeah.
the bottle
That's
prices
what
in the
I said,
club
yeah.
just went up. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I got an ante up for bottles now. You know what I mean with my guys.
and
I made good money. I
You
should
know
have to
what?
ante up on a bottle.
Be sober. Dry January is coming anyway.
it's
coming
coming.
dry
anyway.
Jan- what's
Dry
that?
January, where people stop drinking alcohol for January.
Who the fuck does that?
People that care about their livers, which
Well,
you
But
clearly
it only
365.
lasts. It only lasts for like 3 weeks.
like dry January. Yeah, like
and then they let it go.
there is a whole new zero proof movement. right? So people are opening bars. Not everybody drinks. Not everybody can drink. Some people on medication.
Stay your ass at home if you can't drink.
What you
What
mean?
you going out for?
To have a good time.
No,
Like,
people
go
are
to an eatery.
people are definitely
Go to an
going out
eatery.
to, yeah. People are definitely going out to drink. Like you
But
might,
not everybody drinks though. So that I think that's what some people
but
are
are
starting
they
to
at
promote.
the club not drinking?
Yeah.
What?
Some people are like
Kels.
that's where so if you go to an event, right, you'll see now like this new model of how it is that drinks are served. They're served dry and then you go to the bar and you add your shot. So it doesn't assume
What
that
event is this?
so at galas and like corporate events and big like weddings and
So I
stuff
got to
like
put on a
that.
suit and tie.
But you do end up saving money at the bar.
I'm gonna get
If it's like
roofie.
for if
like I gotta add my shot that's just
you gotta
sitting
go
out
up to the
there
bar.
and say, hey, can
So you
put-
know they go
can
around
you
with
hit
the,
me with the
you want a
liquor?
glass of,
Yeah.
yeah. So you get to choose how much if you want a double shot, but it's not assuming that everybody in there
Wants to
wants to drink alcohol because you could be pregnant. Again, you could be on medication. You could be the driver. You could be on, what is it?
the driver is
alcoholic?
drinking though.
Facts.
What you call it?
The driver's definitely drinking.
The
No, what is
driver
it?
is-
What is it when you don't drink
What?
no more, but you used to drink?
Sobriety.
Yeah, you might be like battling with alcoholism. Yeah, so
Well, look, the homeless, the bums, the addicts. Now they're going to ask for more money because it's going to cost.
No, they're
them
just gonna
more.
rob
Because
you.
inflation.
Yeah, man, this is
Inflation.
crazy.
they're gonna rob you.
Don't rob me.
They're gonna take that Jesus chain.
You can have it. I get another one. It's okay. But
Jesus.
look, man, 30% tax. Like you got to figure something else out.
On
You know what I mean?
spirits.
But what else is he going to
Yeah.
Tax the
literally-
weed. I don't tax the weed.
The weed is all we
It's
got the
already-
highest. We got the
it's-
highest
it's already
rates of
amazingly.
But the taxes for weed actually go back to the community because we don't get loans for businesses. So the state taxes go back to the state for drug prevention, mental health issues, funding for research, low interest rate loans. So I love that cycle for the taxation, even though it's high.
It is extremely high though.
It creates a revenue source that never existed before that banks are unwilling to lend.
Like if you are like, not that I know this personally, I just want to put that out there. But if you go to a dispensary and a flower that you may be getting is like $25, you're gonna definitely pay $35.
It's gonna
It's gonna be
tax
like
you.
$35.
Yeah, but that's because everybody gets to max out. A city can charge 3%, 3.5. The county can charge 3.5, and then the state charges 3.5. So everybody had the choice. Where do you want to tax? And every single entity of government decided to tax at the highest.
You know that part in Wolf of Wall Street where he's introducing the new concept of how they're going to deliver the scripts from now on, and he like is like pretending like to open up the cheeks, and like after the guy says yes, this is how I feel about life every day, like that because
Opening up your cheeks.
we're
Yeah,
What do I
we're,
follow?
Yeah.
we're getting bussed in. We're getting bussed in every aspect. Like
Oh yeah, every level.
yeah, every level. Like it's not unless you're extremely rich and even extremely poor, it's not really paying off. Like unless you have Section
medical
8 link
card.
Yeah, like Section 8 link card, medical card. It's not really beneficial if you're in the middle.
This is a
Well, how about-
pro-poor society right now.
How about we do this, Mayor Johnson? How about you do this? How about you just ignore the debt like everyone else is
Like all the
done.
black people.
This isn't your problem, and you pass on the
You
the buck.
pass it off
You know
for
what I'm
2
saying?
years.
Yeah,
But
pass it on.
The budget has to be passed by the end of the year. Like that is required. But I didn't know that some states actually do not. They own the liquor stores.
so
Like the
okay, so
states
if
own,
it's not,
there are state liquor stores where they get to raise and drop the prices, and they get to keep all the profits, and that's how they manage it.
so if it's not passed, okay, at the first, what's gonna happen?
what you mean?
Like if the budget is not
Oh,
fixed,
then like the city is shut down, right? Just like the federal government. So we're talking about
Then they gonna have a
like,
debt collector calling for it.
like,
we need money, right? So our schools need money. Teachers got to get paid. Police department got to get paid. There has to be money allocated to all of the agencies in order for the city to keep functioning. So the budget has
so
to be
we're just in trouble.
balanced.
It's gonna basically what you're telling is we're gonna be
Yeah,
in,
we're kind of.
what's that movie where there was no rules, no laws?
Could you
I know
imagine
what you're
Chicago
talking about.
government shutting down for a day?
What was it? Where there was no, it was like a complete anarchy for like this one
The
particular,
Purge?
the Purge. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be the Purge.
Mm-mm.
Like
Library is shut down.
Well, I want to kind of segue. You know, we debate, we hate, we skate. You know, we like to start in Chicago and then work our way out.
You practice this
And-
intro. I love it.
You know, I'm not sure why this is even a topic, but I happen to know the guy that they were talking about. We all know him.
Oh, I know where we're going.
And it's like a versus at this
Just give
point.
me the light.
So we have six-figure Dilla, okay, the Chicago historian,
Oh man.
versus ComEd. Now, Dilla, my man, I know him.
Shout out to
you know,
Dilla.
Shout out to Dilla. Let me start there. But Dilla, this is the corner, man. And I got to keep it a whole being with you, so don't feel away, man.
When you tell somebody not
Don't
to feel
don't
away,
feel away.
they gonna feel away.
Instantly feel it away.
And he do be tapping in.
No,
So
I mean,
yeah.
hey, look, he's more welcome to come sit down and we can talk about it. But Dilla made the news because he got fired from his daytime job,
Yes.
making great money. And the article says he was making six figures.
6 figures.
120 to be exact.
They
Which-
told all that man.
yeah,
business.
which is wild to me. So I saw the Chicago Sun-Times ran an article, and then WGN gave him a segment,
Yeah.
2-3 minute segment. And basically he got fired. It feels like because he made a few bad decisions.
I think
during
Kales
this.
is just way more equipped to.
Yeah, go
answer.
ahead, Kales.
Because
Go
I
ahead.
thought
Because
it was.
I got so much.
I did too. Like I thought it was like completely because they wanted to. That ComEd wanted to. Shout out to ComEd. Thank you for accepting my $25 each month.
Your partial payment.
Yeah, my partial payments. You guys are really great and workable. But but I just thought ComEd wanted to like hone in on his likeness and the fact that he was doing this and gradually accumulating all these followers. So it's kind of like when you're promoting a movie and they want you to do it on your Instagram page. Well, that's my page. You don't pay for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not yours. So I thought it was initially this, but our Kales.
Yeah,
I
You
don't
know,
like
like
that. I don't
our
like that.
Kale.
Yeah, yeah, no.
I like Arkel.
Oh,
No, it's too,
It's
it's
too
too
what it
pedo
is.
adjacent. No, y'all can't do that to me. Like
Okay.
that's literally like why I don't even use it.
Okay,
Arkels.
well, look, we're gonna
I hate that.
we're gonna pronounce it correct. Our
Thank you.
With
our
an O.
Kales. Yes, not the Chicago way.
Can you give the backstory and
All right, so
summarize it as quick as you can?
yeah, quick as I can. So Dilla was invited to leave his full-time union paid job for a part-time position, half the salary that would allow for him to take a management position ununioned. And he was concerned about possibly being fired. He had a relationship or something what I thought maybe he thought was closer than what it actually was with the president of ComEd.
Yeah.
CEO.
CEO.
Gil Quinones.
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 I don't even know if I'm saying it right. It
Yeah.
starts with a Q, ends with an S.
Quinones.
Gil, G-I-L.
Google it. Look it up. Right? Look it up. And he had the position for 18 months. They laid off 70 individuals, and he was one of them.
And he had been there since 2011. So this isn't anything. He's been with the company. He's
Right. He
made
started as a
lateral
meter
moves.
reader,
he's
Yeah.
and
moved up.
then
Moved up,
moved
gradually moved like really moved
Yeah.
up prominently.
Yeah.
So when I read this, right, this is what I took from this.
Oh wait.
Go ahead.
The other part is he was offered, like the others, 60-day internal opportunity to find another position. He declined because it would require him to possibly retrain, maybe even leave the state, and none of them were part-time. Because remember, he moved from the full-time
To
gig
part-time.
to part-time.
To focus
And I
in
also
more
think
on
he
his,
had
what's
a
it
leadership
called?
position in the union.
Okay. So with all that being said, he decided that he would take the part-time because the CEO that he got buddy-buddy with or
Yeah.
got buddy-buddy with him said, hey, no, we're not going to fire our TikTok star. Why would we do that?
Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
come to the Bears game. Come to the suite. Come drink for free, right?
Before the taxes go up.
all of the things. Look, there was a few missteps here, okay? A lot of missteps.
There's a lot of
Can you
missteps.
lay out the content? Because it's some people that don't know who Dilla is, and we keep saying like TikTok star,
Yeah.
and like
So he's the
anchor
Chicago
in-
historian, right? He all of his TikToks, all of his IG, his social media following is crazy.
Yes, it is.
His niche is the
Chicago history
of Chicago, right?
and the culture. Yeah,
So he blew up. People at the job recognized him. Someone said, "Oh, you need to meet the owner or the CEO."
Yeah. I think
See-
it started off like with like, hey, wear a hat. hey, wear a t-shirt.
Started
Hey.
off with the Sun-Times or Tribune saying that, oh, he's a ComEd worker.
Fact.
Whoever
Yeah.
that journalist was,
Blasting them
snitches
off.
get stitches.
Blast. Oh,
Let's blame the right people.
What, snitches get stitches?
no, I said blasting them off. That's
Oh, yeah. That's wild.
So in that, right? So now he's in the mix, right? He's with the
elitists.
The elitists and doing this, that, and the third. Problem A, first of all, they're asking you to leverage your following,
Personal.
right? That you
Yes.
built and do that for the brand. He said, I didn't have a problem with it because I thought we were cool.
Contract.
Contract.
You're
That's
not cool
one.
when you're dealing with corporate people. You're not
At
cool,
all.
right? They did what they were supposed to do. They got what they wanted out of you, and you
Just
didn't
by
see this
asking.
coming.
Just by asking.
Just by asking.
That was
No
hella
paperwork.
predatory.
No
What you-
paperwork, anything.
He got, look. They would
I
have
would have blocked comment on my TikTok.
They would have had to give me some unexcused days. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of absences.
Yes.
POAs.
Yes.
No PTO.
What's
I got
the intermittent FMLA where
All of that.
if I wake up and don't feel like coming, I don't have to. Like,
You know, you got to.
That actually would have been a hell of a play
Yeah.
to do FMLA or some sabbatical.
intermittent
Yeah.
FMLA. I've had it. It's when I wake up, I still get paid for the day, but I'm not in a mental or medical or physical state.
Shout
that
out
I
to
can
all of
be
the
awesome.
black HR folks.
So he didn't negotiate. What he did was he took the bait. At the end of the day, he took the bait. Now, on the flip side of that, because I fuck with you. I think you're a good guy, and
You're a
I
great
like
dude.
I like what
Dilla
you're
a couple
doing.
times.
Maybe this is God telling you, hey, bro, you don't need them. Go ahead and do what you're gonna do. Right? This is the push you needed
Yeah.
to really go ahead
To
and take
focus
off.
and hone in,
right?
because I definitely think somebody's gonna step in, media wise for him. Like, because the story is too broad. So when stories are broad like this, you usually have people who you don't even think are paying attention, and they're really paying attention, and they're like, you know what, we can do something for this guy, and like I think that's what's going to end up happening. That's just my prediction.
I want to see the tour. So Dilla has a tour bus, started Mahogany Tours. So he takes people and moves them around and tells the story of Chicago.
Yes.
And so I would love to see more partnerships and that business be elevated.
Because that's his business.
Yeah. And I think this is the hard part about being a black entrepreneur. We have to live in both worlds.
Yeah.
You have to have a full-time job in order to
fund your dream.
what it is
fund
that you're doing. I
funnel
think
your
that's the part
dream.
that's unfair. If he was able to get a business loan with a decent interest rate and scale his company and hire folks, rent out his buses, like this might not be an issue. Like the transition from full-time working for some to full-time business ownership is what most of us desire, but we do not have access to the funds
to do it.
to do that. So I can definitely see like that moment talking to your partner, like, look, this might be God telling me like it's time to start stepping away, because it's not easy to leave the W-2
No, it's not
at all.
Well,
That's your safety net.
Well,
Yeah.
I can leave the W-2 since they kept mine this year. Like I'm one of the hundreds of thousands of people that did not get a return because the IRS is like, oh, we're gonna look a little deeper. We're gonna
audit it?
Yeah, not audit it, but I don't know if you guys heard about it. They did this thing and people went to the IRS office and was like banging on their doors, like attacking them because they are doing it. So because of the pandemic. So many people like filed these fake returns, got like people who was working at Jewel got like $62,000 back. You know what I'm saying? Like, so some people were selected for this verification process.
Person of interest.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say about this, my character, but you know what I'm saying? I was one of those, so that like that can happen too. But like, yeah, like at the end of the day, I mean, we don't have. I mean, we would love we would love to do this full time. I know I would, and anybody else who actually has something that they're working towards. But we don't have the funding or people getting sponsorship or people partnering up or
And the money has to be there for the money to be made.
Yes.
And I think that's the other part is that we have these businesses that look like they can be scaled, but when you forecast it out 5-6 years and start to look like my audience might shift or how much is this going to cost to even like put fuel in the bus? Like, am I going to be able to maintain it? Like, these are all questions that we have to, think about as business owners. But I will say, like, other people have been laid off. Chicago has been hit hella hard over the past month. So, sending love to everybody at Amazon that lost their job, at PepsiCo that lost their job, the people at Walgreens that got laid off.
Walmart was in there too. Walmart laid off something like over like 1.2 million worldwide.
And let me ask y'all this then. Why in the fuck is this even a story? Right? Why is Dilla on the news? Why is the Chicago Sun-Times writing about this? Is there a bigger play here? Obviously, you have relationships when because he's been all around and honored and doing a lot, right? I'm saying, is this necessary to be told? Is this play for them to come back on ComEd so he can get his job back? Is this just about shining light on him to get the story out there? I mean, because look, somebody else got fired and got kids and married and everything else, right? So
why this story? I think it's because of his popularity. Yeah. There's that. And then there's also the nuance of like he got pictures with the CEO, and what was that deuce sign? Like that was real wild. It was kind of like low. It was a weird one. Yeah.
I like black people.
I ain't gonna fire you. Yeah, like but his other hand was like this in the back.
Look who I'm hanging with.
And then he asked him to meet the governor. He took him to meet the governor.
Yeah, like I have black friends too. Like
Prince could be outside though. Prince could be kicking it. Him and his fancy ties.
Listen,
I do think
get you a lawyer, bro.
Yeah, like
I mean, but really, what is there to litigate though?
You talked about this too, Gail.
If he can prove that he wasn't going to lose his job by taking a part-time position, then
But he didn't though, right? So I looked this up. Handshake deals they can be legitimized, but they did provide him with options. That he declined. And so you were given 60 days to find, but it was not part-time. It's not what he wants. And so now he didn't promise him that you wouldn't lose your job and you're going to get exactly what you want.
But see, this is also why it's always, and not just in this situation, I always encourage legal counsel in anytime.
Business endeavor.
Just business endeavor, entertainment, because there are just things you are completely unaware of. There are loopholes. There are, and you better believe ComEd has a legal team. They have a legal team.
I guess, they have 4 million customers. Over
thank you
400
again for
different municipalities. And they the language they use, like reduced workforce, 70 people, I think, out of 1,000 something, and they had to pick who to let go of.
Yeah.
And so the first people you're going to go for are the non-unions. And so what would it take for somebody to convince you to leave your full-time job?
Well, better question. What about the term or the word lured? I'm a grown man. I'm not lured into anything.
That word
the
language did feel very. So journalists,
are you a child?
Journalists and publications will try
pressure?
and use like language to excite people. So if it bleeds, it leads. And so I immediately started looking up synonyms of lured. Like, use it in a sentence. What does it mean? It is very sinister. It implies some intention of trickery. And I don't necessarily know, reading it how I read it with all of the information, if I feel that that it was a trick. I think that we all get into a position where we got to make a decision, and we choose something, and it may turn around and bite us in the ass.
I just pretty much thought, and I hate to brand us in such a demographic, like most Black people tend to do, think that we're super cool, and nah, they ain't gonna do that to me. Like, I'm cool. I bet you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of protecting yourself and not realizing like they're never cool, bro.
Man, Biggie said it best. Your mom could set that ass up properly gassed up. Right? Like, I'll never forget. I don't trust my mama.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I saw a clip that I thought we could get into and that y'all could really speak to. Okay. I'm gonna play the clip first, and then we can react to it, because this was some wild shit. Let's see here.
Which one is this?
I think I know.
Let's talk about these down low women. Let's talk about the women that try to be your friend only to try to sleep with you. That don't get talked about enough. Like we talk about DL men all the time, but we don't talk about the women that try to be your friend and they get to know you. Y'all get to hanging out a little bit and they get to throwing their little stuff out there trying to see if you gonna catch it. And you basically let them know, like, look, I ain't like that. You listen to their experiences or whatever, but you let them know that you're not like that. And then next thing you know, they creating a problem because they can't sleep with you. Well,
all right.
Sound like a dude.
She's a liar.
So are there DL women that will try to befriend another woman only because they want to sleep with her?
No.
What? But how did down low and that doesn't seem to go together.
It sounds like you befriended a lesbian, and
you didn't realize it.
But if it's not
your gaydar is off.
If it's not a forward-facing, obviously super lesbian like Butch, right? You know what I'm saying? When she says down low, I'm thinking like,
I love that you're trying to embody a woman that wants to.
I'm thinking the married woman who's really into women, but lives basically a double life, right? And now she's trying to befriend another woman who she wants.
She's trying to figure out if you are you like me?
Are you?
So is this a real thing?
It's not a real thing. Like I guess it is always going to be that that slippery slope where, because a down low man is a man who outwardly dates women, who has sexual relationships with women, but they secretly like men.
So then
this woman it's not a secret. The girl just said she puts it out there and lets it know what she does and then you have to tell her, I'm not like that. Like that down low men are not doing that.
But she also said they're trying to befriend me to see if I'm on that type of time.
They're flirting with you, and you're taking the advances.
So that's the part where it's like, even with a guy, right? Like sometimes you don't know if they're
his
being
intention,
friendly,
or
if they're trying to check for you. And women do the same thing. I will say this though, you will be in friendships with people that you do not know are attracted to you.
Yes,
whether they're men or women, but it can get a little weird.
It can get sticky.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah,
literally.
It makes it interesting. One of my homegirls said, "If you can't fuck your girlfriends, then what are they there for?" And I was like, "Well, damn."
You're like, did you mean that?
I'm new in this friend group. Like, that's what we do. Like, that's what we do. So I guess for me, I would definitely be surprised when a woman would like, I thought we were friends, but you want something more.
And so it's happened to you.
Yeah, and I mean, so
it's a real thing.
I've dated women, right?
But
I've
it's not a down
women.
low thing. That's what I'm saying.
But if the woman is living her life as a heterosexual woman and no one knows that she's secretly into women, that's a down low woman.
No,
can we say that?
I can't say that.
Now I got R. Kelly in my head. Down low, down low, creeping on down low, down low. No, I will say this. There are definitely women that do not want people to know that they
eat a little pussy.
Yeah, a lot. They eat a little pussy a lot. Right? That's what they do. So I've met women where it's like they try and act like they're not really into women, but they are.
Yeah.
The ones that are very flirtatious and sit on your lap and, will smack you on your ass and still flirt with a guy.
Yeah. Those are known bisexuals.
Yeah, but they won't call themselves that, and they will never admit to being with a woman. But if you're alone with them, then
they're pecker pushers.
They'll
who?
Pecker pushers.
Pecker pushers?
Yeah. Like, let me just peck.
Or they like women. They don't want to offer pleasure, but they like to be pleased by a woman. Oftentimes these are women who will promote threesomes with their men and then low key push their man out the way when the lady comes.
You can watch, but you can't participate.
And so they'll use it. So guys, women will Women will use a
You as a
threesome
pawn.
and invite the woman, and because they want the woman.
Yeah.
And there are some negative stereotypes to being a woman who dates and likes to sleep with women and still wants a man.
Yeah.
You know, like you.
Who else is
like
going to pay the bills and change the light bulbs?
Unless you like a really soft body boy. Right? And there are women that will choose a soft body man because she like titties.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that as a woman, that's some wild shit when you think about it.
But no, it's like you gotta understand, like I've been around all kind of people, like all kind of. There are the girls that just like to suck titties, that they're not gonna eat pussy. There are girls.
They will let you touch them though.
Yeah, they will let you touch them. Like she said.
I mean, just come out the closet. That's what we're here for. We're here.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
I like
they are clearly in relationships with males. Like, you know, there are some that will go all the way, and you know that they're gonna munch on you. They're gonna.
So that's a down.
They're gonna have you feel. But I don't really know. All the people I've met are not secretive about it. Like they're living out loud, I guess is the term. Like, so it's not broadcast, but then it's
that
like,
that shit has definitely got me laughing out loud because the way that y'all trying to justify this bullshit.
No, okay. I guess when you put it like that, then there are women
Yeah.
who are not going to disclose, and they're only going to shoot their shot in a very unique way.
Yes,
and it may be you don't know who likes women. It's so somebody asked me like, you don't look like you like women, and I'm like, what does that look like?
Mean? Just
right?
because my chest isn't bound. Or I have dreadlocks, or I have on skinny jeans the same kind as dirt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have a full
miss my soft
taper.
lining. Having short hair is like a cue for you like women, right? Like in the 90s, like if you had a bald fade, then you probably liked women.
Clearly, that's why Jada Pinkett is in the situation.
I don't get hit on by women a lot.
I get hit on by.
I don't get hit on by it. So
you going?
I'm not technically going.
What the fuck?
What does that mean?
What?
You're not going home?
I'm not technically going, but I might mislead. Like, you know, I might mislead. Like,
so you gonna take all that lady money at the bar?
It depends on, you know.
Do you give the number up?
I give the Instagram.
Okay.
Here's my Instagram.
Do you have a type?
Women that look like me. That's really kind of arrogant.
That's so selfish.
That's very selfish. That's very selfish.
Like, so you like fucking yourself?
Yeah. If I'm gonna fight,
what kind of Black Mirror?
If I'm gonna be fucked, like,
okay, all right.
If I'm gonna be fucked,
you make the bra dress just like you. Like now, we're gonna play Simon Says.
Yes, that is actually a great like.
Show me how I touch myself.
Yeah.
That's some freaky shit. China. You gonna make a dress like you, like touch me.
Yeah.
But don't touch me. You're me.
I can dig it.
If you're gonna be fucked, then you will be fucked by someone that resembles you. Like, do you find yourself attractive? I do. But just, you know, technically, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, not all the way. I can be misleading at times, only because I don't know who I'm you all have to remember, I'm in a world where this could be a producer, this could be a writer, this could be a director, this could be, you know what I'm saying? So to outright say no can cost you your career. So it's kind of like,
so then that leads me to, do you believe in the term heterosexual discrimination? Is that a real thing?
I do. It is.
I think so.
It is definitely.
I think so.
Because there are certain things we can't say.
Yeah, or
as
insert
a heterosexual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say I've gone places under the guise of just come kick it, and then it is not just to come kick it.
No, it's not.
It is cookie hunting. Like they are fishing, and I am now in a situation where it's like, my wife said, I'm like, what is going on?
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like what is going on?
How'd that work out for you? Yeah, we here for it. Tell the stories.
Yeah, so. I often get approached by couples, and it will be the guy saying that my wife is interested. Like that's usually how it is.
I have a great story for you.
And I thought that I was, if I love y'all, if y'all watching this, I'm not gonna say y'all names. I get invited to just hang out. Everything's cool, and then I get she thinks you're sexy.
Thanks. It's always like a
She's so beautiful too. Yeah, well, we want to know. Now it's we. If you want to come have a drink with us. And I'm like, I didn't even get dinner. Like that's what I'm thinking.
No,
like,
straight to the
dang.
bar.
no, straight to the bar.
Food.
Shots for everybody.
Oh, yeah, let's get to it. We know why we here.
Shots.
We know why we here.
I can't debauch on an empty stomach. Like,
And feed me well. Like I don't want, you know.
Yeah,
McCormick and
if it's
Schmidt
two
me,
of
you
y'all
know
coming
what I
with me,
mean?
it should feel like it's two people hitting on me at the same time.
I should eat like pause. I should eat like it's two people.
I should eat good. Yeah, pause. Yeah.
But no, my story is very interesting because it involves. I'm not gonna say their names, but by the time I'm done with the story, so a while ago, I'll say around 2008, this very famous couple, another word for hot chocolate. That's the.
Over my head.
Oh, you're just gonna.
I'm like a 305 right now.
You're gonna blurt it out.
No, you said no. I'm sorry.
Like, you
I was like, Will and Jane?
I'll take it out.
Like
Probably not.
so
but okay.
another word for hot chocolate and her husband. That remember when Hard Rock had like their
The Hard Rock Cafe?
Yeah, they had the Hard Rock Cafe. So a radio station was doing something for them, and so
they wanted you to do something. For
they
them.
did, and the age gap between her and her husband, like it, not to say that I would have done it, but a lot of times what happens is when you're being accosted by a couple, it is the wife.
I'm gonna give you
When you're being accosted by a couple,
You over here being lured.
the wife, yes, the wife is very touchy feely.
Yes.
Like she's like, oh, your hair is so pretty. She was like, you're so like, I have a thing about my face. So I don't like people touching my face. But then it gets lower. Like the touching.
It's like the back of the finger.
Yeah, like it gets lower. So they start up here and then they'll see if they can come around. Then it goes down the middle of your back. Like, I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? They're like, so I'm sitting over in their section with them.
You getting felt up all the way.
I'm getting seriously like inappropriately touched, and I'm being nice.
Second base.
Though. Yeah. So they're like, yeah, and the husband's like, yeah, we having a party back at the hotel. So I talked to another radio personality that has to be a comedian, and I'm like, hey, you know, the drinks. I'll call them the drink couples because both of them are named after drinks. So,
The drink couple.
the drink, both of them are named after drinks. I was like, hey, the drinks are like saying that it's an after party at their hotel, and he lets me know immediately. No, you're the party. Like, yeah, you are the party.
I feel like I know the comedian.
Like
I can tell by the response.
No, this is it. This is their party right here.
Yeah.
There's nothing else scheduled.
You're the guest of honor.
You are the party into which afterwards will be taking place. You are the entree for them this evening. And I wanted to establish first of all, the line of respect. So I called him Mr. Drink. Like I hit him with the real name, Mr. Tracy, sir. So,
Okay.
just to let him know, like I first heard your famous rap song about In the Morning when I was like 3 years old. I wanted to let him know where we were age-wise. Like,
So
yeah.
We can still get it up. It doesn't matter. But continue.
Yeah,
we can still get it.
Continue.
Yes, but I just, I got to get up in the morning. I have to,
Doesn't matter.
and the hot chocolate was like, look, listen, we'll have you wherever you need to be. Like, don't even worry about clothes. You're letting me know it's to spend the night.
Yes.
To spend the
Yes.
night.
Yes.
I'm gonna go. I'm like, this has been very fun with you guys. Great. High fives for everybody. Like, 'cause you have to back out of the situation like comfortably. So it's like high five, you. Right here. Boom. Boom.
Before we move on, I have to know, okay, why wouldn't you take advantage of that opportunity? Is it because you're a down low woman?
Oh my God. The fact
Or-
that you just accuse her of being a DL woman.
I'm asking. Or is it just because wrong time of the month, really?
Not
wasn't
time of
drunk
month.
enough?
You know what?
I
I'm
don't know.
very gender aware of you that she might be on her cycle.
I was not into the drink couple.
Because hot chocolate is kind of fire.
Like, I get
She's
it.
fucking
But
fire.
you also have to remember, I'm 6 feet. she's way slow. Like
down low, down low.
Like,
Her head is already down.
Like
low.
I didn't know. Like I didn't. Those kind
And
of.
they say we the same height laying down. Fuck you, man.
You are crazy right
Like, was
now.
one gonna take the top and the other's gonna take the bottom? Like,
Yeah.
I just, clearly,
Yeah.
clearly, like,
Pick a side.
it was,
Box out. I don't even know how to use that
I
right.
just didn't know. I just didn't know where it was going. Like, I'm like, like,
You think too much. This is what's wrong with women. You think too much. You know, you gotta live the moment. Y'all wasn't gonna make it back to the hotel.
yeah, Kevin Hart said it best. Pineapples, like,
Okay.
just like, high five, everybody. I'm gonna leave. Hey, it was good meeting everyone. Like, usually when I leave a situation, I leave with hugs and kisses. Like,
You gotta be careful.
them,
Yeah.
no, I was like, hey, great meeting you. Up here, up top, yep.
So they
Yeah.
were on to the next shortly there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I wasn't the only candidate. Like, I'm positive of it. Like, I'm sure they got whatever they were looking for that evening. I just was the one that was like,
It's wild. Like unicorn hunting is crazy. Like you really.
I'm sorry.
That was
Unicorn
your call?
hunting.
Unicorn.
Yeah.
So you've
really?
been okay. All right, wait.
What?
All right, yeah, we are here today.
No, like when you're looking. Oh my god.
What is unicorn hunting?
You're looking for the one. Like the one that's gonna go.
The one that's gonna say
Yeah,
yes.
like you could call it fishing.
With a couple. When you talk about
Yeah, it's a couple. Like you go out and it's like you wanna you
You're
might
searching.
you might talk about what you're looking for the night, and you might even negotiate who gets to pick the person, and then you will talk about how is it that we're going to make this person feel comfortable. What do we want from them? How do we make sure we feel safe? Where do we take them back
You
to?
know, I hate to say this. This is where just paying for it just it
This is-
seems
yeah,
so
I do
easier.
think-
like
yeah.
this is
Yeah.
we're online. So Ashley, what is it? Ashley, that comes up whenever I'm surfing on adult sites. It's the Ashley thing.
The white girl.
Yeah,
Really?
she got.
You can have a great time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
$400. Yeah, but you know, people do that on FetLife too. You know, so shout out to FetLife. All the
FetLife?
FetLife. All the
Oh,
freaky
FetLife.
names are gone. Every single freaky name is gone. If you want to, so FetLife is like Facebook for freaks.
Kels, you are very well versed in this.
why
this
is Abasi
multiverse.
not here
Yeah.
today?
You're gonna hate it, buddy.
Y'all know what FetLife is.
Like,
people,
why is
fetish
he
are for
missing this?
fetishes, and so it's a kink website for everybody who's like into a certain kink
Different things
to come
yeah.
together. And then there are like kink meetups. There are ones that are dry where it's just like let's come talk. There are those that are like
dry.
people.
There's wet ones.
Well, yeah, because we're just meeting up having coffee, right? But it's everybody likes their titties tied up, right? Like,
Whoa, love it. I am not here today, people.
but no, like, it's a way to come together on shared likes.
Yeah. Things
and
that
then
you're into.
people learn from each other, like especially if you're into like bondage, you could kill somebody.
You
So
can.
learning
There's a
how
lot
to
of
tie
accidental
somebody up
deaths.
safely, or finding the people that you want to play with, because not all play turns into actual sex. So yeah, but
I would be very disappointed if it didn't.
well, some people
Like,
don't want that, right? Some people just want to be spanked
oh, so you want me to just step on your balls and then like that's it?
and leave
like,
me alone. Yeah,
No, I need the bus. There's no way.
you might bust. You like you may bust, but you might not bust from that. Like it's like people want
If
to
a
be pleased
nigga
in
is
different
busting
ways.
from not having his shit stroked, sucked, or fucked, that you're a different nigga. You're an alien.
well,
And some people like to dress up as that
I'm
too.
not going to say her name, but one of my very good friends.
Give me
that
some
live in-
context clues, please.
Right.
No, I'm not gonna say her.
It's like Jeopardy.
She lived
Who
in San
is?
Francisco, and she had a job face sitting. Like it was a
Face sitting?
yeah,
Okay.
like it was
Queening?
like they did the Saran thing on their face or whatever, but it was literally just like you can choose to have underwear or not.
She must have got a fat ass.
Like it's just and she made
They call
great
that
money.
queening.
Yeah.
Like when you sit on like and you don't it's literally like you're smothering
yeah,
somebody
like you're
with your
smothering somebody.
crotch.
It's not.
Well,
It's
that
not.
one, that one wouldn't work for you.
What do you mean? I got thick thighs. Your nostrils finna be struggling.
No one's paying Kels for the face sit, man.
You don't know what people. You know what?
I'm just saying. Like,
They would definitely pay you more cakes.
People
Whatever.
might want thighs. Like not everyone wants, cakes.
Yeah.
what's the point of face it if you ain't got no cake?
But my point
You
is,
don't
it's-
understand.
The
I
point
don't.
is, it's not about oral. Like it's
Yeah,
not
no.
about like
It's
they're
about being
not-
suffocated. It's
Yeah,
about
this-
power, loss of power,
Yeah.
and some people like asphyxiation.
Amon is like,
Let's get into some R&B. You know what I mean?
yes, that was a great pick.
You know, you didn't either turn down a couple, went home and listened to some music.
You was the couple.
You
were
were.
the couple, right? I thought about a few albums that we probably need to rank. And let's start with Donnell Jones, Where I Want to Be album.
Yes.
Where did he really want to be? Because he sounded really confused.
Genuine, 100% genuine. Usher's My Way. And then Joe, I believe it's All That I Am.
Baby.
Now, before we break this shit down, if you had to rank those 4 albums, 1, 2, 3, 4, where are you at?
So I think the weird part about all of this is like Joe and My Way came out the same
It's about the
year.
same time. About
And
like
so you got this
96,
18-year-old boy and this
96,
grown-ass man.
Don't matter, good music.
But no,
good music.
I'm just saying, like, hearing it now, it sounds really weird. And then Genuine came out in
99, and Donnell Jones is 99 too.
Yeah, and Genuine is singing like, I'm sneaking into your bedroom and your mom's and pops is
9
downstairs.
o'clock.
Home all alone.
Like,
Paging
you see what I'm saying? Like that.
Wishing you come over my place.
Afterward.
Let me know.
You see, like, you can't forget that. Like,
Okay, so rank them, please. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I'm gonna do Usher at 4 only because it's a 40-minute album and it feels a little. It doesn't feel. You know what? Yeah, 4 Genuine.
you're gonna
Genuine
rank
3.
Usher number 4?
My Way.
Really?
My Way. Yeah, because it's only like 2-3 tracks on there.
I mean, let's
like-
give me the ranks before we
Okay,
break
so
it down.
Usher 4, I'll do Genuine 3. I really want to make them 4, but I do love some of those songs. I was very anxious. I got my first strip tease off so anxious. So, and then I gotta do, man, I'll do Donnell first. Let me put Joe at 4 and I'll move Usher to
Joe
2.
is definitely 4.
I'll do Donnell 1, Usher My Way 2, Genuine 3, and Joe 4.
I gotta put Usher at number 1. And I gotta put Genuine at number 2, Donnell Jones at number 3, and Joe is definitely number 4.
All right, y'all tripping like a motherfucker.
You want
What?
Donnell first?
Donnell's first. Southside Chicago. Let me be clear. And
Are we just because he's Southside of
no,
Chicago?
no.
I mean, I got him as number 2.
13 songs, 55 minutes of good music.
It is good music.
It's damn near classic. It's one skip.
Wait,
on
did I
there.
put Donnell first or Usher first?
I think you put Donnell first.
Okay, all right. So yeah,
All right, so I got-
Donnell, yeah.
I got Donnell.
I'm not even mad.
I got Donnell 1. We're gonna go
If you love
Genuine 2,
someone-
Usher 3, and Joe 4.
Genuine 2.
I'm gonna tell you why.
It
All
ain't
right.
none of your friends' business.
Now,
Ain't none of your friends'
Genuine
business.
has some hits on that one.
He had 3. I mean,
No, he didn't.
all right, okay. So anxious. We already,
Yeah.
none of your friends' business. Wait a minute. Don't you hear me,
Baby, it's gonna be all right. We don't have to fight. Yeah. Do.
All right, now after that, you know what I mean? Do you remember? Didn't need it. It was
Do you
cool.
remember?
Then you got Final Warning with Aaliyah. I figured y'all may put it up there just because it's Aaliyah. After that, it's a bunch of trash. And then his rendition of Mike's song.
I hate how he started off that album with that
2 fucking intros. It was unnecessary.
and it was like little
But
kid
it was
intros.
Little kids,
so,
yes.
but it was so, you have to remember his first album was it's heavy on the like interludes and intros.
Interlubes.
It was, remember that? Like, it was heavy on the intros, interludes, like it was
But-
heavy on the pauses.
But what I was gonna say, like the first song is really gaslighting. When you listen to the rest of the songs, he's like, "You're cheating with me, and you tell me to trust you." But then the rest of the music is like, "I'm so anxious to see you.
Yeah.
I paged you." Like it's very confusing. So that's why I put him a little down lower.
So I had Usher at 4, or no, Usher at 3. Okay, My Way. It's 10 songs, 40 minutes. All right. Obviously, you got Make Me Wanna. Love it. Classic.
Usher is
First
great.
motherfucker step out of the shoes, right? And the
Yeah.
video.
Make me wanna
She-
be.
Yes.
I hate that song because he says, "You make me wanna," and I'm not gonna. Like I'm gonna leave the one I'm with. Like that's the song I want you to sing to me.
Nice and slow. Okay.
The song with Monica.
Him and Joe putting their hands where
Didn't need
nobody's
it,
ever
but I
seen.
get
I
it.
love the song
Didn't
with
need
Monica.
it, but I get it. I'm not mad at it. The
Was
flip.
this before the Brandy issue?
Yes.
Okay.
What was I Will? This was my shit, right? The Boys in Love on that record.
A penny for your thoughts.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
A nickel for your kiss.
Yes. Like, how can you guys?
I will.
I love Usher.
After that, yeah, it's like 3 joints, maybe 4. There's a record on there with Lil' Kim we didn't need. It was
No,
ass.
I didn't even know
wasn't.
it was a
Yeah.
record with Little Kim.
Yeah, it was ass, right? So technically, he got 3 solid records. And then if you the Monica joint, if you want to put that,
Yeah,
on there,
like that was
cool,
my song.
right? Then you have
That cover album looks like a 8th grade photo.
It is, because it is. Because it is.
I'm not talking about My Way. I'm talking about Usher. When you look at the other men, like it's clear
Yeah.
this is a boy.
This is clearly a child.
Yeah.
now if you break down Joe's album, right? All That I Am. It's 12 songs, 56 minutes. All you have on there is All the Things.
I just like Good Girls. That was it.
Don't Want to Be a Player with the remix, right?
Don't wanna be.
That
That
was that
song
shit.
is horrible. He was like,
And after that, it was a bunch of trash
And
on there.
the only song that I literally liked on the album was Good Girls.
The title,
Why are all the good girls
I got Good
taken
Girls.
every time?
I just have a solid record. It's a solid record.
I've
It's
never
not-
heard that.
Yeah,
I've never heard it.
It's like, I don't even know what it is.
All the things has
How
got to
Soon,
be.
Mid as Fuck, Sanctified Girl, Trash.
That's the thing. I don't
All
even
That
know.
I Am, which
Yeah.
is the title track, wasn't even released as a single. That shit
Joe's
was
song is the
ass.
reason why black women cheat today.
It is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's the one that encouraged cheat on your man. He said, if he got you locked up and I got the master key, I'm going to do everything that he does not do.
Joe, like, the only things that Joe have really done was the intro to Power. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then R. Kelly was so bogus, gave him that song, and then R. Kelly released it, and R. Kelly, of course, did a better job. The na na na.
Oh.
Na, na, na. Like, and then R. Kelly was like, you know what? I could do a better job. Like, and he did.
And so this is why I say y'all tripping, right? When you think
Who was
about,
y'all? I put Donnell first.
did you? Okay, well we together. Then you're tripping.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
You're hella
I'm so
tripping.
sorry.
Okay, the fan shit you on with Usher.
I'm
is
sorry.
ridiculous.
Like, Usher, that was
Donnell-
She got him tattooed around her
Donnell-
ear.
you know
number
what I'm
one.
saying? Like,
13 songs, 55 minutes. You got 9 joints on there, right? You know what's up with Fire Starting Ass Left Eye.
Ooh,
Yeah.
say what.
That
Yeah.
Usher was in the video. I want to point out Usher was in the video.
You got Shorty, right? Got Eyes on Me.
That was a,
That was that
Ooh,
joint.
what you gonna do?
Shorty got eyes on me. I'll be waiting nothing but see what.
Of course, you got the classic Where I Want to Be, right? That's the material for every man with any
Every
options.
breakup song.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, that was every breakup song in that period. Like, I just remember breakups, and I was with one person at the time. Like, breakups
how
after
I
breakups.
feel
Like,
so sad.
And then he hit him with a sweet.
I don't you hurt you, baby.
You know what I'm saying? The sweetie little D.
no.
Wait,
having,
what was
having,
Sweetie little D.
having Carl could not be the main lead in the video was diabolical. Like, you're gonna hate now she's dating Carl Kanai. Like, you asshole. Like, let me get some jeans or something. Like,
Oh my God.
Then you got Have You Seen Her?
yeah.
Right?
Tell me, have you seen her?
This Love. The,
He
gu-
sounded
Oh,
like a
yeah.
stalker on
The
that
guitar-
song.
okay.
the guitar carried that whole joint.
This love, yeah.
All Her Love.
I will say Donnell's song, Donnell's album aged very well. You
it's
can
still
play it
play-
in
you can still play it now.
2024 and it feels like a song that was written in 2024. You listen to all the other ones, like listening to Genuine and Timberland, I'm like, what were we?
But
We was drinking St. Ives.
9 o'clock, like, that is just, you can
Home
play it now.
Alone.
You can play, see?
Paging
Do you see how
you.
contagious it is?
Wishing you come over my place.
My place.
After a while.
After a while. See,
Yeah,
it's
that's that shit.
contagious.
That's that shit.
Yeah, if it drops in any club, it's going up.
Which is why he was number 2. Even
But
though he only had 3
number twos
records.
are Boo Boo too. So
He had 3 records. That's all I'm saying. All right. Now after
we used to call him Genuine. Oh my God, we lost our
the
mind. when
baby
we
hair,
saw
like,
him.
why were we
were
hyped
so
over
obsessed
dudes with
over
baby
him.
hair?
I don't talk to her.
Pretty
Like,
pretty
no, like, it was.
Talk to her. I'm not hyped
It
about no
was
nigga
an
with baby hair.
epidemic with you. Are you trying
You
to say
had
you don't
baby hair.
remember that? Because I'm looking at your hair now. You definitely had some slick down.
yeah.
You definitely
look.
had, like, you
Look.
might have not intentionally did it, But
He
you
was on his
definitely had
light-skin
some
shit.
slick down. You was on your light skin shit. I want to talk to Jalen. Let Jalen
Fat
admit to
Jalen.
this.
Bring Fat Jalen in.
Yeah, let Jalen admit to this.
I'm mad that you gave him room.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, Fat Jalen's in the building.
That was
Look.
definitely the only person that did not have it, and I'm upset that he's here because this would be smoke. It's Bossy. Bossy had no baby hair nowhere. Like
he had the Marvin
he's
Gaye
got
himself.
4C. He's
And he had
got
a hat on.
4C.
He had a hat on.
Not
for
with the
his
4C.
Entire life.
He's got 4C. So, but you over there had some slick down somewhere.
Some slick down.
All right, can we? So, all right, before we leave this, are you still keeping your order?
I'm keeping my order.
I'm mad you giving her a chance to get out of it.
I know. Like, even though Donnell clearly had more, but you have to understand, like, I am.
She's a loyalist.
I'm like Usher. Like, I was like,
But let's
can
be
you
honest
get
about
with it?
music.
Can you get with it?
It's not
She
on
used
the
it.
album.
Oh, yeah, she's
It's not
taking
on the
it out.
album.
I
You cannot move the goalposts.
She's subsidizing.
I understand, but confessions, like
Fire, but that's not.
like he swung the chain, like.
But that's not even, that's like years later, though.
I know those are not the arguments, but these
Those
are
aren't the arguments.
These are the things that
You get kicked out of the courtroom.
I would.
All of your clients are going to jail.
I would.
Dilla should not call you to represent him in his comment case.
Like,
I know it has nothing
have
to
you
do
looked
with
at his
it.
TikTok videos? Why aren't we feeling bad for him?
Well, let me ask you this. Let's talk about some culture shit that's happening out here in the world. I just saw that Malcolm X's daughters are suing the Alphabet Boys. CIA, FBI.
I didn't want you to mention them. I didn't want you to mention them, but
you know what I'm saying?
But yes.
The government.
The government, right? I feel a way about this. Cool. I think it's a good moment. It's good to hear about.
But
I see nothing happening with this because if they're able to win this case, that means that the government, CIA, FBI, and all the other people would admit to all the wrongdoing that they've done to all of our black leaders.
Yes.
And it will open up the floodgates for everything else. And I don't think that, obviously, Malcolm X's estate has enough money to even fight this. They may just time up in litigation. The story about, how he was shot, who did what, what
they knew
was
about
wrong.
it. They didn't stop it. They
We've
were
seen
co-conspirators.
1,000 documentaries about this shit, right? I don't think this is going anywhere. I mean, they're suing him for $100 million. Cool, whatever. You're not going to get a dime.
No.
Because
you don't know.
Go ahead. I want to hear you.
You don't know. I think. How do I say this?
I always love your point of view, Kels, because I'm definitely with Amon/Fat Jalen over there. I don't think it's gonna move the needle at all.
I think bringing litigation is important. Speaking up against the government and how it is that they were complicit in harms against Black Americans is important. White Americans have the same right to execute their rights when the government violates them.
Yeah.
And so I think at the basis, that's what it is. We've seen that Black farmers have been pushing back and suing the U.S. government, U.S. Department of Agriculture for their very blatant discrimination, illegal land acquisition, payments, and all of that. And yes, they will try and tie things up in litigation, but you still have to pursue it. And I think the moral of the story is we need more Black lawyers.
I was gonna say, do you think for your stance on it, and I was just sitting when you were talking, thinking about this, do you think, okay, even if they don't win, the fact that they have enough guts to bring it to the forefront is, because sometimes it's not about the money. Sometimes having your voice heard and actually saying it out loud, this is what happened.
Yeah.
This is the part that you all play. Whether we win or not, you all did this.
It could result in some negotiation in terms of like a public statement. I feel like I should have read how with Fred Hampton and the Chicago Police Department, right? Like there are things that we can prove our governments, whether it's
that
municipal, county.
Yeah.
A dude that was running the police department under who was it, Daley?
Yeah. They were beating
like,
confessions out of innocent people.
You have you have to speak up. And so even seeing like people trying to stifle our brothers and sisters who are currently incarcerated in Illinois prisons, and they don't have clean water. and saying like, oh, you're never going to win. But people are being poisoned. So we just let the government, we let state agencies get away with not following the law themselves. And so I think people, when you have a case and you can prove it and you have a lawyer that is competent enough for the language to use in order for the judge to find standing for it to move forward, then, the ball is rolling.
But we're talking about over 60 years ago now, right?
Yeah.
Those people are dead.
There's no statute of limitation on
but I'm saying, how are you going to prove that? The people that were involved in the wrongdoing are either dead, brain dead, can't move, can't talk. I mean, these people, where are you going to get the evidence from?
Those are assumptions that they don't have information and don't have a collection of information and documents.
They had to bring something had to break, and this is what people don't understand. Like something had to break where they can
Now's
even get this far. Yeah. Like you can't get this far with nothing. So something had to break. Something new has had to happen. Some new information has had to develop in order for them to even get this far. Because as people know, filing is not even easy.
Or a lawyer that's willing to take the case.
Yeah. And then I was reading up on this situation, it's not only is it's going to bring a lot of people out, it's not going to do well for Muslims. Like, because they play a huge part in his assassination. Like, so there's a lot of, and as we know, and people don't like to talk about it, but Muslims are political. So like this was almost like a conjoinative effort between the alphabet people and Muslims. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is not going to fare well for anybody.
This shit finna get messy as fuck.
Yeah, like it's not going to be.
I mean, if it goes on,
yeah. I mean, look, if this goes on and let's say they win, or it even goes to trial, then you're looking at, all right, we didn't win this one. Now we got to look into MLK. Now we got to look into JFK. You know what I mean? And plenty of others. And even though he wasn't black, but that was a whole conspiracy within
itself. It was
a
super conspiracy.
You know what I'm saying? So what you're asking, or what you're trying to bring against the government, is why the government is successful, because they do snake ass shit to bring down public leaders, especially in the black community. So I don't see this faring well. If we can't fucking come together and figure out what the fuck happened to Pac and Biggie, how the fuck they gonna tell us what the fuck happened? You know what I'm saying, with Malcolm X?
You know how many cold cases there are of people that are not celebrities though?
No, for sure.
You know, that's the other part. Is like there's nothing.
My sister is a cold case. Like my sister was murdered in 2017. Like, and straight, like from the videos that we saw, she was entering into her. She knew her killer. Like she was entering to her apartment, and like she looked back, and it wasn't like
scared.
Yeah, she wasn't scared. And like next thing we know, the person blew her head off.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You know what I'm saying? It's okay, but it's no evidence, not a person in custody, not not anything. Like, and there were things that I tried to say, like she was into it with this girl on Instagram, and they were talking about some heavy shit, like super like, hey, I know you do this, like I know you do this, you scam this person, like, and like this girl vanished. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they also are not looking, like with cold cases, they're like, once it goes cold, it's very hard, unless it's like break. That's why I said in this particular case, something had to happen in order for
new information
or new something. It's something there where even a lawyer said, "Oh,
we got it.
Y'all got that? Okay,
now we can
do this."
Do y'all think that Ben Crump, who's now like the face of black justice, as far as taking a lot of these cases on, do y'all think he's bit off more than he can chew?
A little bit. Like, I don't want to read about him. Like, and that's tends to what happens.
Because he takes on all of
the major cases.
The major cases.
Yeah.
All the people that have gotten killed by bogus cops and shit. You know what I'm saying? So has his law office in his name, he is the face of the black attorney. He's the go-to attorney. His IG is crazy. He's getting a lot of money. He's getting a lot of face time. Is this too big?
Which is very dangerous.
No, I don't think too big, because when I consider the leading heart surgeon that gets the worst heart cases, like it's the reason why they're the best. But also,
understanding you're not in danger if you lose a pay. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not a pose for danger.
No, what I'm saying is that why would I want to go to an inexperienced attorney that does not have the connections that this attorney has, or the understanding of the judicial system and the favors? Because when this is not pursuing litigation is a process. And there are some ins and outs and nuances of arguments and who it is that you bring to testify and how you present the case and what is it that you're actually charging and how much money you're asking for. It is a complete strategy. You don't want to use someone who is inexperienced in bringing a lawsuit against federal agencies. That's going to be a global conversation and also possibly, screw the pooch. Yeah. So I don't see who else could there be besides Ben Crump
to do this,
to do something like this?
Who would want to do it? First, you have to
want to do something like this and believe in it. Yeah.
And I think he has a passion for it, which is anytime you risk your life or something, because we're going to be honest, like this is a risk of life. Like you are putting everything on the line for this case. I hope, if nothing at all, if nothing financial comes out of this, I do hope new information that exposes and that brings about some kind of change does come out of it, because it's whatever new information, I would like to know what it is, because it's definitely, I'm going to stick to that. It's definitely something new that has developed that was not there before that's there now.
If I got a chance to hold somebody accountable that, costed my family members' lives, I'm going to take it, we talked about, who would you avenge, right? Like who are you standing up for?
Michael Jackson.
And in what way?
Easily. I am.
Who would you bring a lawsuit against on behalf of Michael Jackson?
Sony. Because Sony did it. Sony fucking did it. They just bought the catalog has been in an issue since 1991. So the allegations about him being a child molester came 93. And he's fought that, we know, his entire career. So, and then he drops this Invincible album in 2001. Michael has never had a bad album ever to drop. But Sony did not back him with promo. Sony refused to let him do a tour. So this album tanked. So it put him in debt with the company. So Sony was like, okay, well, you know what? Because he owned he owned 51% of Sony. So they were like, in order to make it right, you can just give us the catalog and then everything will be
the Beatles
settled.
catalog.
Yeah, not only the Beatles, Elvis Presley, Chubby Checker, he owned a barrage of artists. That's why he was able to give Little Richard all his publishing back. He owned all these black artists' music and white artists. Led Zeppelin, he owned their music. So that's why they just were able to buy the catalog from his kids, which are white. Obviously, you guys are not playing for the black team because you would have never
Shout
sold.
out to Dr. Umar.
You know what I'm saying? You'd have never sold. You would never sold this. Even against the will of his mother, his kids was like, we're just gonna sell it. They sold it for an egregious amount of money, but Sony finally got what he lost his life for.
Ben Crump can look forward to an email from you.
Please call me. Call me Ben Crump. Actress _ Asia _ Marie.
Not dropping the Instagram.
You know what I'm saying? We need to look into this. Justice needs to be served.
Justice needs to be served.
Ain't low key.
Fat Jalen.
Yeah, man. Fat Jalen in the building, man. All right, man. We finna get the fuck out of here.
Peace.
Where we at?
I'm going to get me a tostada.
Episode 226.
It's 3:15, girl. What's it gonna be? Shorty got her eyes on me. We've been talking since 2, girl. What you gonna do? I'll be chilling at the embassy. 1.
9 o'clock. Home alone. Paging you. Wishing you come over my place. After a while.
Hit me back.
I don't know the rest.
All right, man. Fuck it. We out.
Let me know. He was like, you been working? Why you ain't hit me back yet?
Yeah. Damn.
But you said it
so
like
long.
30 days.
Hey,
I get over
he was stalking like a motherfucker.
Yeah.